Women of Reddit, what's a common hint that men don't pick up on? If I ask you a personal question, I probably want you to ask me the same thing. If you say something suggestive that a woman doesn't acknowledge or pretend not to hear, or causes her to subtly change the subject, don't then say it again. What, do they think that we just went temporarily deaf? You were being given an out. My biggest one right now. If you are constantly messaging me and I am replying 1 or 2 word answers like yup, ha, or cool, I really don't want to talk to you, but I feel bad not replying. Touching you, like your hair or your arm. We don't touch guys we aren't at least attracted to or comfortable with. Edit. Yeah, I'm pretty sure like half of you totally ignore the "or comfortable with" part. Read the situation. If it's a date and she touches you, that is a good sign. If you guys are friends, it probably just means she feels safe with you. If a woman is in a job where she's serving you, the customer, and being friendly, cheerful, smiling and making eye contact with you, she doesn't want to bang you. It's her job to be nice to literally everyone. Once I told a guy he could share my sleeping bag while we were watching a beat it or shower. Literally said, you should zip in with me. It'd be much warmer if we could cuddle together. He said he didn't think there was room and he'd just zip up his jacket. 2 years later he asked me why we never hooked up cause he liked me so much, and I point to this exact moment. He remembered it happening and completely missed the hint. If I'm slowly getting physically away from you, that doesn't mean you should come closer, and me being nice to you doesn't mean I want to fuck you. If I'm looking at you, talking to you, laughing, etc., basically being a normal human being, don't assume I'm interested solely based on that. When you're at the gym and have both earbuds in and don't make eye contact, I don't want to introduce myself to anyone or have a conversation. Well, a girl once asked if she could kiss me and I thought she meant a peck on the cheek. Doesn't help that I was a young 19-year-old and she 24, so naturally I went from attractive to bearded child in less than 3 seconds. Woman invited me to spend the night in her bed, multiple times in one night. I spent the night in my own. Partly because I thought she was kidding around. She was not. Oops. If I take a step back while we're talking, it means you're standing too close. It's not an invitation for you to take a step towards me or lean over. It's one of the things that'll just make me end the conversation ASAP because it gives me serious creep vibes and makes me uncomfortable. I have a girlfriend, so maybe this is why I did not pick up the hint, but I have always been bad picking up hints. At family football watching party, me, just chit-chatting with everyone. Girl, OMG you are so funny, laughing a lot. Me, say thank you and keep on talking. Girl, slowly moves closer to me. Me, oblivious to the situation. Girlfriend, hey, why don't we go grab a drink in the kitchen? Girlfriend, you know she was hitting on you, right? Me, no, I was just happy someone actually found me funny. Sometimes we laugh when we're uncomfortable or unsure how to safely navigate a situation. It doesn't always mean we actually think you're charming and funny. Pay attention to other aspects of our body language. Are we leaning toward you or away? Do we try and change the subject? Do we avoid eye contact? If I pull away while you're trying to touch my naughty bits, that's a hint I'm not in the mood. Continuing to try to put me in the mood when I am not in the mood has the exact opposite reaction. I'm just gonna add to this from tonight. I've had a long day at work and finally sit down at the table to enjoy the first meal I've had all day at 11:45 PM. This is not the time to come up to me with your dick out expecting a blowjob. And don't even think about making me feel guilty for saying no at a time like this. You don't get to have hurt feelings right now. If I look at you for an extended period of time, it's not because I like you. I'm trying to absorb your life zest. Just because I'm nice and laugh at your jokes doesn't mean I'm interested in you like that. When you start talking about a shower, hinting that they need one, and they don't pick up on it, it kills me. One time I was in a video game store and a woman was searching for a game she seemed really excited to play. I, having already played that game, got excited for her, found the game, handed it to her and started to explain how I thought she was really going to like it. Her mood then seemed to turn as she said, my husband and I are really going to enjoy playing it together. My mood then, frustrated that she thought I was hitting on her, lifted my left hand to show my wedding ring. Then I said yeah, my wife and I enjoyed it too. She then got bright red and apologized for assuming I was trying to hit on her when I just really liked a video game. Telling a man you have a fiance and a baby. There have been so many men who don't stop their advances after I say this lmayo. Sorry to answer as a man. But one time a girl I was hanging out with in college invited me into her room after a long night of heavy drinking with friends. She said she wanted to take a nap but would like me to join her. I did, and I napped pretty hard. Fast forward a few years, I randomly remember that day and suddenly realized that she didn't want to take a nap. How could I have been so dense? Had a chick compliment my eyes, saying that my work shirt makes them pop, which is a reach. Notices and compliments my haircut. Was curious about my interests. Said out loud, well, if I knew you didn't have a Halloween party to go to, I would have invited you to me and my friends. Keep in mind that to her I'm basically a random dude she knows nothing about. Turns out she has someone. So did I misinterpret these signs? Or what? Alternatively, for women, if a guy doesn't pick up on 2 or 3 hints, just tell him what you want. If it's really what you want, there's nothing to lose. Plus, confidence is a great turn on. Some men ignore hints by fear of rejection. Want to have something to drink inside after a date? Guy: no, I'm good. Girl: are you sure? Guy: yeah. Sometimes we absolutely do get the hints but are not interested. Prolonged eye contact, well thought out compliments, silly hand fidgets, can mean feeling nervous, trying to gather thoughts, asking about your interests and then asking you to elaborate. Dilated pupils. This happens when anyone looks at someone they're attracted to. A quick caveat on the "do you like my shirt pants" comment. Even if a woman is trying to draw attention to a body part she likes and wants you to notice, you still need to be subtle and respectful in your response. If you start talking to me and I start talking about my husband, 9 times out of 10 it's because I don't feel comfortable with how you are talking to me, or something about your body language is suggesting that you are being flirtatious, and I want you to know I'm married so you'll kick rocks and leave me alone. I once kept resting my hand on a guy's leg and asking if he'd be interested in going for food movie. He thought I was unbalanced and just kept using his thigh to steady myself and invited other friends to dinner and movies. We've been together for 3 or 4 years now and he still thinks he made the first move. I once made an excuse to touch my crush's hair, gave him my phone number, laughed at all of his jokes, gave him a laptop, and he still had no idea. He finally figured it out when I called him a bitch. Our 1-year wedding anniversary is in June. New Year's night, a random girl was hanging out with me the whole night talking and drinking. We had a lot of fun talking about random and deep stuff. After the party she asked me if I wanted to drink a coffee with her at her place. She: wanna come in and drink a coffee? Me: nah, I don't drink that much coffee and it's really late, so. She: smiling, no problem, maybe a hot chocolate? Me: oh no thanks, too much sugar and stuff. She: okay then. Have good night, call me if you feel like it, bye. 1 hour later this message came up on my phone. I'm drunk and horny AF and you could have had nasty sex without any point this night. I dropped so many hints, touched you and even invited you to my place, but you were a real gentleman. You're so nice. Me: fuck. Cries. TLDR, I'm dense AF when it comes flirting. If you come home and she's wearing lingerie, that might mean she wants to have sex. When you see that she has dressed up for you, be dramatic about how much you appreciate it. Was playing video games. Husband watching. I quit. Saying I'm going upstairs to play with myself. Cue me coming downstairs a couple hours later and asked him why he didn't join. He said he thought I was going to take a nap. I asked him what part of "I'm going to play with myself" sounds like nap time. FFS. It's been over 10 years and my clueless husband still doesn't understand flirting. I've straight up told a man that I wanted his dick and he still wasn't sure I really wanted sex. On the other side, I've told a man I'd call the cops if he didn't leave me be and ended having to call the fucking cops. Edit. For all those curious, these were 2 separate men. The first guy was into me since he was my boyfriend at the time. He didn't think I was serious even though I was literally on top of him in my undies. Second edit. Haha, yeah. Men have to wait for notarized consent, otherwise us crazy women will charge them with rape afterwards. It wasn't funny the first time, let alone the 12th time. My pajamas. Strappy, silky or barely there, I'm not really ready to sleep. Socks, long pants, long sleeved shirt, I'm tired. Cuddle me, I might snore. 19.5 years of marriage, he'll get it one day. Semicolon. Putting on headphones equals I don't wanna talk to anyone. Not, have you pull them off so you can talk to me.